Hey guys, welcome back to Medical Coding with Blue. So today is just story time, and I don't know how long it's going to be because I'm just going to kind of wing it. I usually have something planned that I want to say, but so today I realized that this month marks 10 years that I've been at my job, and that's quite an accomplishment for me at least, because I've had many jobs in my life, and but this is the one I've kind of stuck with in this setting. I've been here the longest, and out of all the jobs, of course, that I've had, and it's been a heck of a 10 years. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen good times and bad times both here, obviously, because a lot can go on in 10 years. You grow a lot, for sure. I've grown exponentially since I first started. Um, my first year here was a little rough, because I had just moved here. I didn't know anybody, and I had just lost my mom. I was essentially by myself, and it was like, you know, it was rough. It wasn't easy, and of course, you're learning to work with new people, and just thinking of, all the things that you're trying to do right. And, I was relatively new to coding too at the time too. I hadn't been a medical coder very long, and still just trying to learn my way. And, the thing that saved me was I knew what I was doing when I got here as far as my clinic went. I did inpatient professional service rounds, and I had done that at my previous facility, and that really helped me when I got here because that was what, I was doing when I got here. So I was able to show, my coworkers, just different things that I knew that they didn't know. And so that was good, and that was sort of the start of all this education that I do. And it was baby steps in the beginning because, of course, you don't know what what you can and can't do. And I went from just not, just really just kind of showing up for work, and just doing my job. And then after a while it became progressively better. It became where I started to push myself to get better as far as, like, learning more of my craft, and making sure I had more of a professional appearance, and making sure that I was building good relationships with my providers. And they didn't have us, around our providers at the time, but it was all by email. So email email makes things difficult sometimes because sometimes it's easier to be in person. And now that I'm literally, around my providers, I see them every day. It is a lot better because, you can build those relationships a lot easier. And of course, with email, there's no inflection, there's no voice inflection, obviously. So you can, just building those good relationships with your providers because you can see them, it makes a huge difference. And so that was one of the things that improved when I got here. I being that I started going to convention. That was in 2014. I started going. I went to San Diego. That was my first AHIMA conference. That's what convention. It was convention at the time. Now it's conference. And I'm still trying to make sure I say the right one. But in 2014, I started going, and I started being able to learn a lot more. And it's just, you start getting sharper and sharper. And that was one of the things that, I was glad I started doing. And so just learning to invest in myself and invest time, that was a big thing for me. And knowing that was okay. It was okay to do that. It was okay to invest time. It was okay to invest money in myself as far as learning more things about medical coding and my clinics, So, like I said, it's just been it's been something. And just thinking about it is sort of, you kind of sit back and you're like, wow. And I've said it before, I am sentimental. I do think about these things sometimes. I believe in celebrating these milestones. And that's just something that I believe in. And sometimes you just have to kind of look back and celebrate. You have to think, hey, I did it. And so I still have many professional goals that I want to hit, and I know that it's going to come up, and that's, it's exciting. And they say, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and I'm at that point. I'm at that point where I feel like that. So definitely, as long as I don't have to be in a meeting, because sometimes meetings are just like, they get long, and I don't know. So, but if it's a meeting with my providers, then I'm okay with it. But sometimes other meetings can get long, and then you're just like, but I believe in trying to make myself, more sharper every day. So I try to do the best I can all the time. And that was my thought for the day. And now that I have my YouTube channel and I'm sharing my story with all of you guys, it's really something. I like being able to touch the next generation of medical coders in some way. Hopefully I can be a positive influence for you, and share with you my story when I didn't feel that confident, when I didn't feel like I was in the right field, or when I felt really confused. Hopefully sharing my side, my story of that will help you to be like, okay, so I'm not alone. Because trust me, you're not alone. And sometimes with coding, and coders, other coders, they don't necessarily want to reach out, and I think that's sad. It's sad if you don't want to reach out and you have a question or you're confused. I really wish more coders would reach out, because to me, if I don't understand something, I'm going to look at everything I can until I can try to figure it out, or I'm going to find somebody that at least knows. So sometimes I'll go to my providers now and ask them, hey, I have a technical question, because I can read this, I can watch videos, but this isn't making sense until I need to, like, hopefully have somebody explain it to me. So, and every time, I mean, thank goodness, it's been well received. They don't mind explaining, so, which is good. It's good for me because it helps them. And when I'm the type of person, if I have something explained once, I've got it. But if that's one thing I'm going to reiterate every time in my videos, is always ask questions if you got them. Ask them if you got them. Because if I hadn't started asking questions, I don't know if I would be as sharp as I am now. And it's all about asking questions and developing those relationships with your other coworkers, or other people that know. I have one person that I do ask technical questions to, because I know hands down she'll be able to help me. And if she doesn't know, she's going to look up the answer. And I'm so thankful, because I used to work with her, and it's amazing. We've been friends all these years, and it's 10 years with her too, so actually it's 11. It might be 11. Yeah, it's 11 years with her. So I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful for her influence in my life, and her being patient enough to teach me. So and she knows who she is if she's watching. So but I don't want to embarrass her, so I won't say. But I just want to thank her for all her years of friendship, and to many more years of friendship. And for me, I don't know what the future is going to hold, as far as, like, will I be here? Will I do something else? Obviously, I really want to stick with coding. I would love to, get more further advanced, obviously. I think I will do more things in 10 years, and I can look back on this video and say, oh yeah, I did that 10 years ago. So, but anyway, so that's my video for today. It's just reminiscing about my 10 years here, and gosh, all of the things that I've learned. So if I could say something to my 10 years younger self, it would probably be just stick with it. You'll be glad you did. Everything will work out, because essentially, when I started 10 years ago, I was by myself, I had gone through a major loss in my life, and, my mom, and, it was just basically starting from scratch, and, it was quite a time. It was really quite a time. So, I will be back obviously tomorrow, because I have been doing really good shooting a video 5 days a week. So, and I want to keep doing this. So, I can't wait for quiz Friday. So, which is tomorrow, because we are already, it's Thursday today. So. So anyway, yeah, I will be looking forward to doing the quiz tomorrow, so get ready. And if you are a medical coder, medical coding student, a provider, a nurse, or somebody just curious about the fascinating world of medical coding, as told by me, Blue the Coder, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And thank you guys for all your questions and everything else. Of course, remember, next week is Q&A Tuesday, so you still have time. You have plenty of time to submit questions. All right, well, I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.